Hey, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4.
3, 4,
4. Okay. Excited to get back into our podcast. We've had a lot going on the last couple of months, so we have not put out a new episode, so we apologize. I did want to say a couple things. A lot of really cool feedback from people about the podcast and how much they enjoy watching it. Really appreciate that. We had a friend that told us last week that he really enjoyed it when I had a bourbon on the set. So this is for him. I'm going to have a bourbon on the set from here on out. Adam's rolling his eyes. But hey, a lot of cool new things here on our set. We have a new desk with the purple lights. Super cool. And then we have a new logo behind us here. So we're excited to get rolling again on the podcast. I guess I wanted to kick it off saying that health update, a lot of really nice questions and thoughts and prayers for my health. But
you got to speak into the mic.
Okay, I got to speak into the mic, Adam said. Sorry. I'm good. So it's been 3 months since my surgery to remove the cancer. I've had one CT that was totally clear. I have the big one, which is the PET scan in February, which is the full body scan. I'm sure that one's going to be good and okay and ready to move on to 2025 and focus on a lot of good things. So, and we'll talk about a little bit about that stuff today a little bit. So, so one of the reasons we've been so delayed and our podcasting is because of Adam's career and what he's doing with his job. So, Adam, what's been going on with you the last couple of months?
Nothing much. Been traveling all over the place. We got to go on a Disney cruise with work. That was fun. Did some of their safety stuff, so that was really fun to do. I did a lot of other Disney stuff here in Orlando. Perks of being in Orlando. Did a lot of traveling with a show called Body Cam that is now coming out. All of our episodes that we shot, me and my boss. And it's been great. We traveled pretty much everywhere, it feels like. And it's been a great experience. It's been fun. It's got to meet a lot of interesting people. And that's always the best part. How about you? How was work for you?
Everything's going good at work. Love what I do. I did want to ask you, there's one thing that you left out that you haven't told everybody, which was a challenge. You went and filmed Asheville, North Carolina after the hurricanes. What was that like?
Yeah, that was an heartbreaking experience to see what happened to the folks in Asheville. It was a hard thing to see. Those people are going to be struggling for a long time, and they really need everybody else's help. They're in great spirits, but their world has been flipped upside down. You don't expect somewhere like North Carolina to get hit that bad. I mean, houses were physically picked up and moved, and that's a crazy thing. And us here in Florida, at least where we are in Orlando, we got so lucky compared to everybody else. We really did, and we need to remember that when we see all the news about people in Nashville and everywhere else, Tampa. It's heartbreaking stuff that changes your entire life. And I'm glad we got to go up there. I'm glad we got to help as much as we could. We delivered water and food, and we did the best we could. But people are going to need help there. And my boss just went up there about a week ago, and he said it's still the same.
Wow.
So they need our help, and I'm hoping everybody there is okay. And I found places to stay for a while.
Yeah, it was tough as a dad that, you kind of got like a few hour notice that you had to go up there. You drove up there on a Sunday, no hotel to stay in, no running water, no electricity. Like, I think Isabel said she saw you on Life 360. You slept in a car behind a tire shop the first night. I mean, you were there for 2 weeks.
I didn't even know it was behind a tire shop.
Didn't even know. But proud of you for doing that. And my heart breaks for everybody there. They just, I always kind of equate it to, it's just like Orlando having a blizzard. We wouldn't know what to do in a blizzard here in Orlando. So, I mean, yeah, we've seen a lot of devastation in Florida. But we kind of know what to expect and what to do, and they were blindsided. So, but it was a great experience for you. I know it was really hard, but I think, I'm glad you got to go and do it. So.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And right after that was the second hurricane. I can't remember the name. Milton, I think. that hit Tampa. So then right after that, I was here for a couple of days, then went straight to Tampa and was there for a week again. So it was a lot. The hurricanes are a lot, but it's a great experience, and we got to do some cool stuff, and we got to help people in Tampa. We got to go and talk to people that found out that they're getting their roofs repaired for free.
Wow.
So that was a cool thing to see people be so, so happy that they're going to be able to get their roofs fixed, and because it's not cheap. So it's a life-changing thing for them. They couldn't have afford it, and so that was really cool to see.
And it's funny, you were in Tampa pre-Milton filming an episode of you actually filmed an episode of Body Cam. Or what
no,
episode?
It was another show.
Another show. So you were filming during the hurricane.
That was Helene.
Then you came home.
That was Helene.
Oh, it was?
So I filmed in Tampa, not hurricane related, went home, then went to Asheville, came back, then went to Tampa for Milton.
That's crazy.
But I filmed in Tampa before Milton, came back home for the actual hurricane, then went back afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Like a lot of experience. Like you've been doing this now for almost a year.
Yeah, pretty much now. Now I would say it has been a year because I started a little bit before I was full time with Mike. So, yeah.
And I was talking to Mike about the experience in Nashville, and he told me you were one of the youngest people to ever film for network news in a disaster area.
Well,
that's a lot from Mike because he's got a lot of experience. So,
well, that's for Mike. Trust him. Mike is my boss, by the way. Key Light Cinema here in Orlando, Florida. That's Mike just trusting me, and taking me under his wing. That was all because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to take me. He could have taken somebody that's done it, 1,000 times. But he took me, and we had a great experience together, and it was a blast. And me and Mike got close, and you trauma bond, as they say. But it was a great experience.
Well, we're glad to have you home, and I'm glad that we're filming the podcast once again. So. Here for the holidays and excited for 2025, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So
I think we should talk about 2025 now.
Okay.
There's something really big happening in 2025.
What?
What do you think it is?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm turning 40. 50. I'm turning 50.
You're turning 50.
I am turning 50.
Old. Like, it's crazy.
Okay.
I've always been the guy with the young parents. I always have had
You
the young
still
parents.
are.
No.
That doesn't change.
It 100% changes. Now I'm at the point where, like, oh, yeah, my parents are 50. Oh, so are mine. Yeah, I'm entering that age.
Okay.
Mom's
You're
got a
also
couple years.
23. I mean, I was 27 when you were born, dude. Relax.
So old.
Okay.
50 is a next level old. Like, you've been alive for half of 100 years?
I have one name to give you. Hugh Jackman.
No,
Hugh Jackman is 56 years old. Dude, age is just a number. Just saying.
Guess what?
What?
He's old.
No, he is not.
He literally played in Logan.
I wish I
Old
could do
in Logan.
I wish you could do it. Yeah, and he had to dress up old for that. They had to
And
make
you
him
don't.
look old.
So we have
Bro, that's not nice.
50
Anyway,
is
so
crazy. 50 is you are like there's like a 50-50 shot somebody asks you for a senior discount at freaking Chili's.
No,
or something.
I don't think so. But anyway,
You're almost there.
I'm excited about, especially after this past year. A lot happened. Excited about going into my 50th year. Excited about celebrating with you. Adam did something very special for me. As you all know, huge Motley Crue fans, and they're doing a residency in Vegas at the Dolby Theater in the MGM Grand, which is like a little 6,000, 7,000 seat theater. They're going to be there for 3 weeks. Opening night is my 50th birthday, March 28th, and Adam bought us 2 tickets to see them. So to be with you, jamming out to Motley Crue in a small theater on my birthday, man, that's you can't ask for more. And we're still working on it, might take a little detour to the Bourbon Trail before Vegas, just me and Adam, to hit a couple of distilleries before we go and party with Motley Crue. So super excited about that. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to the day you turn 50.
I bet you are.
It's going to be
But
good.
I will out party you that day, my friend. You haven't been to the Vegas Strip yet.
50.
Okay.
It's unreal.
So, you know what? The other day, I guess it was a week or two ago, you and I were talking, and you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna watch the Superman and Lois finale with you," which you watched a few episodes. I mean, you like the characters, but
I kept up with it.
you kept up with it. But obviously, during the span of that show were your college years, and you were doing other things, partying and studying, partying, instead of watching TV shows. But you kind of, hit me in the feels when you were like, "Hey, Dad, we have to watch it tonight. It is the last episode of an Arrowverse show." And you got me because Arrowverse on the CW started with Arrow, Flash.
Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Batgirl,
At
Black Lightning.
12 years? Did we figure it out? 12 years?
They had Gotham Knights. They
Go-
had
We watched almost all
Titans.
of that together.
I don't know if Titans counted, but
Black Lightning.
I
We
can't
watched
remember.
together. What were the big where they all got together?
Crisis.
On Earth. Like we watched all those shows. I mean, Adam was 10 from 10 until that's why the way we have a little green arrow pop there. So let's talk a little bit about Superman and Lois. First of all, I might have said it in a previous episode. Still big fan of Henry Cavill. Big fan. Awesome. Okay, whatever. I always said that's my Superman. You know?
It's a little too dark for me, but
Tyler Laughlin. What?
I don't think his name's Lachlan.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Tyler from Superman and Lois. Amazing Superman. Amazing Superman.
He is very good.
And then our girl from Grimm. Amazing Lois Lane.
They were great together. They really are.
And it got kind of weird in the middle of the show, of the series. But the last episode of last season where he fought Doomsday was outstanding. I remember calling you saying, "Adam, you got to watch this one episode. It's fantastic." Then it went into about 6 or 7 episodes, and then they did a finale. What were your thoughts?
Of the finale?
Yeah.
It was probably one of the greatest finales ever put to TV.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah,
totally agree.
It was emotional, but it wasn't overboard. It wasn't, it wasn't filled with cameos. It was the perfect closing for that TV show. It really was.
And how do you end a show about Superman? And they did it perfectly.
And
so if you haven't seen it, you got to go watch. Just watch the final episode. It's amazing.
Do you want to go into spoilers or no?
How long is it? I mean, there are spoilers all over the internet now.
Well, it's been like a month.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, let's spoil it. Come on.
Well, Superman dies.
Yeah. Of old
Lois
age.
Lane dies.
Yeah.
But it was the way that they did it. It goes through his entire life as Superman and how he just becomes more and more human, and then he dies of a heart attack. Like, it's crazy. That's my favorites. This is what I don't like about Man of Steel. In the comics, his dad dies by a heart or cancer, dies because of cancer. The whole point of that is that Superman cannot save somebody from cancer.
Right.
It is a lesson that he cannot save everybody.
Right.
Right? In the freaking Henry Cavill movie, do you remember how he died?
No, I don't remember.
He got sucked up by a tornado.
Okay.
You don't think Superman could go and save him from a tornado?
Tomato.
He literally,
Oh
well,
my
it was
gosh.
Kevin Costner.
That's your hang up?
Kevin Costner was literally like, and
That was very dramatic. Now I'm remembering it. It was very dramatic.
the whole point was that he didn't want people to know Clark was Superman, but he could have literally, Clark could have just went back. Does that really matter? If I was dying, if I was being taken up by a tornado, and you were Superman, you're going to be like, oh, wait, nobody can know. I'm just going to let him die.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Man,
That
you're
is a
you're
crazy-
very critical, man.
That
My
is
gosh.
a crazy thing to...
That's very. I mean, it's just a minute detail in the story.
That's a
It's part of-
minute detail.
Oh my gosh. So who is your Superman? Don't say the new guy because you don't know yet.
Cornsweat.
Huh?
David Cornsweat.
Okay, you don't even know. You can't say Corn Sweat. His last name is Corn Sweat.
Pretty sure it is.
Corn Sweat. Okay.
He looks fantastic.
Well, going back to what was what was one of your favorite parts of Superman, Lois? There was a special cameo. Not the actor. I'm talking about the other character.
Yeah, it's my favorite. My favorite moment from the finale, probably from the show, is he gets Crypto at the end. It's not real Crypto where it has superpowers
Right.
or any of that, but man, it was a golden retriever. We were watching it with our golden retriever, and he's dying. He had just lost Lois, and he's like, man, the only thing I could do is get a dog. And the golden retriever comes running up, and he's like, why have I never had a dog before? And it shows him sleeping, and then he ends up dying, and Crypto's there with him, and God.
It was amazing. And then one really cool cameo, which you kind of predicted, and I didn't know.
I thought he was going to be Bruce Wayne, though. I didn't think he was going to be.
Yeah.
Anyways, if anybody that has never watched the show Grimm, it was a TV show.
Awesome show.
It was really good. I watched it growing up, and it was awesome. The Lois Lane was from Grimm, and she married in real life the main actor from Grimm. And I just thought that he was going to be in the episode because he directed some of the episodes for the final season. So I thought he was just going to show up, and he did. He ends up being her son.
Right, an older
version of her son, whereas that times go by, so they got to share a scene together, and it was really nice. It was really cool.
Might be the best series finale I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like perfect.
It was perfect.
And it wasn't a perfect show. The series, it had some boring moments to it. Now, there were, because obviously CW ended it. They ended the Arrowverse, which, amazing Arrow and Flash. And by the way, that's my Green Arrow. Grant Gustin is my Flash. We always talk about that.
We need a blonde Green Arrow now. We need a comic accurate version.
Okay. But I will tell you that they had other storylines lined up with Superman and Lois. And they did so well with Doomsday that I read they were going to bring in Darkseid. What?
Darkseid?
Darkseid, the villain from the Justice League, the big guy.
Darkseid?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Darkseid. The bad guy, the big bad guy.
Talking about the guy with the lasers?
Yeah.
Darkseid?
I'm pretty sure it's Seed.
It's Darkseid.
Well, they don't spell it right then. But anyway, they would have done a great job with Darkseid side.
Darkseid side.
So yeah, but
it's like a Thanos level event. That's like putting Thanos in an Iron Man movie.
Okay, but it was good.
You don't think that's weird?
No.
Speaking of DC, I want to talk about this real quick.
Okay.
James Gunn is greenlighting some weird projects.
Okay. You know my concern with James Gunn,
But he's greenlighting he just announced that they're greenlighting a Clayface movie. That is like Marvel greenlighting a Sandman movie.
Okay.
It's weird. It's a weird one to do. Why are we not focusing on Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman? Let's knock the three out first. Which, yes, they've already announced all of those. But, I mean, we don't need to announce every single movie in the world that you're thinking about making. Star Wars has done this, and half of those movies they announced we will never see ever.
I'm telling you now that the expectations and what the Superman film needs to do, I've probably the most pressure I've ever seen on one film.
Yeah. With that being said, we haven't watched it, but people are loving Creature Commandos. They're saying it's really good. It's got 100%.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, look, I will go into Superman.
He's going to be
with an open mind. I hope so.
There's been test screenings, and everybody's saying it's amazing.
Okay, good. Very good. Going back to TV shows, kind of a couple of things that we've been watching. I've been watching Yellowstone, so wrapping it up. Adam calls it the biggest failure of all time. Kevin Costner left the most popular show on television to go make a like. How many films are in that saga?
I just don't understand actors like saying they don't want to be in Marvel, or saying that it's not artsy enough, or it's not, like, do you know how much an average person would love to just be? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, think about the actors that are not famous, that are like living like paycheck to paycheck, barely working, right?
Right.
You don't think they would love to be on Yellowstone?
Listen, Kevin Costner has a history of that. He loves to make these big 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hour epic films that are boring as hell, like The Postman, like they're like Wyatt Earp, right? There's a Kevin Costner Wyatt Earp, 3 hours long. And then same year, Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer made a Wyatt Earp called Tombstone. Phenomenal. Hour and a half. Great story. Great action. I think Val Kilmer won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for Doc Holliday. Again, so he left Yellowstone to make, is it Horizons? A Western? And it's
an American saga.
How many films?
Like 3 or 4.
And they're like 3 hours each?
Yeah, but aren't
And the first one made like $7 in the theater?
Canning the rest now?
Well, they said they would not release them in the theaters, which is a dagger. Like, for somebody like Kevin Costner, he wants his film to be seen in the theater.
Yeah, but is he really that big of a name to draw nowadays?
Exactly. He should have stayed with Yellowstone, which is a phenomenal show.
I think even star power now, and we'll talk about this, we'll lead this into another one. Star power, back in the day, I feel like if you said Brad Pitt was in a movie, people would go and watch it. Or if you said Tom Cruise was in a movie, people were going to be there and watch it.
Okay.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Interesting.
With a movie that you just went and saw.
Which one?
No, you say the name of it.
Red Santa.
Red One.
Okay, Red One.
With J.K. Simmons, The Rock, and Chris Evans, and it did not do well.
It did not do well. It's already on streaming, by the way, so you can watch it. It
did not do well, and that is star power to the max.
I got to tell you about that night, though. So, I said in a previous episode, me and your mom used to go to the movies every Friday night. No matter what, we went and saw a film when we were dating. And walking into the theater, it was the weekend of Wicked,
Moana,
Red One, Moana, and Gladiator 2. We walked into this theater. Holy cow. Like, it was packed. Like, the
awesome.
theater employees did not know what to do.
That's awesome.
It was an hour wait just to get popcorn. So, actually, you're right. I was like, this is great. Like, this is what movie theaters used to be like. And Adam and I love going to the movies. Like, we want movie theaters to thrive. It was great. So, Red One. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. I don't know. Your guy JK, amazing Santa Claus. I mean, amazing. He looked phenomenal. It was okay. I don't know. It was okay. Not good. I wanted to see a Zoa placement, which is the Rock's energy drink that I love. I wanted to see him open up a can of Zoa and drink it, but he didn't. Anyway, just little things like that. But yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I know you refused to watch it with us that night, so
I didn't. I just said you guys should go.
Yeah, because you knew it was crap. You knew it was crap, and you just let me step in it. But anyway,
a movie I just saw because we have the decoration right there.
Oh, it's
a movie we just introduced Isabel to.
Oh, Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Like, so we watched that the night of Thanksgiving because family tradition to watch our.
No, not night of Thanksgiving.
No?
No.
Oh, it's a different night. That weekend? Oh, okay. Oh, well. So Isabel lied. She said she really liked it. There's no way in hell she liked it.
No,
but anyway.
She really did like it. Because
I don't know.
Halfway through it, and Isabel's like, this is weird. I don't like the narrator. This is weird. I don't like how he's talking. But by the end of it, she actually really did enjoy it. Like,
it's a good film.
It holds up well. It really does. It really does hold up well.
It's a film from the 80s that takes place like in the 40s.
I know, and that is crazy to think about. But it really does hold up well.
Yeah.
A lot of great. It's fun. It's funny. It's really funny. really, really funny. So we got to watch the sequel, which I thought was good too.
Yeah, it was good.
We watched. I mean, I don't remember much of it, but yeah, I remember liking it. So I'll show her the sequel.
Well, another show I'm watching is Landman, another Taylor Sheridan show with Billy Bob Thornton. Fantastic. And then your one guy, is it John Hughes, Hud?
Huh?
John something? The tall guy with dark hair, he's in Landman. Oh, man.
Do you know how many Johns there are in this world?
No, I said his last name, Hud.
Hughes?
No, not John Hughes.
I don't.
He's an act. Anyway.
John Hud? No, it's gonna bother me. Google it.
Let's see.
John Hud? John Hudson?
No, come on.
His name's not gonna be John, and you're gonna.
It's not gonna be John. Let me see here. Well, you talk, man, while I'm finding.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I said it.
You
to
said,
when
"Oh,
were ready.
wow, he's in it. That's great." Let's see here.
I do remember saying that.
John Hamm. John Hamm.
Oh yeah, he's a handsome dude.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, listen to this cast: Billy Bob. You've got Demi Moore. And then you have a lot of the regulars. So one cool thing about Taylor Sheridan is he has a lot of the same actors pop up in all his different series. So he did one that took place on an Indian reservation that starred Elizabeth Olsen, and then Hawkeye. And they've.
I know you watched that show.
I did watch that show. Elizabeth Olsen, not Hawkeye, but I do like Hawkeye as well. But it was a great show. But I always thought if Yellowstone would have carried on, you would have seen cameos from them in the show. But anyways, give it a shot.
Is it done now? Is Yellowstone completely done, or they haven't come out with
Sunday is the finale, but I guarantee you,
is it falling off? It feels
no.
like they took a while to.
It did. Well, there was drama. Kevin Costner was negotiating. He wanted to film around his movie
I
thing.
mean, it is really impressive what they were able to. They built a cinematic universe about a freaking farm.
They did, and so the creator actually owns another ranch called 666, and that's highlighted in the show. And there's going to be a spinoff. There's going to be an absolute spinoff. So anyway, great show. Give it a shot. Finale for Yellowstone this upcoming Sunday. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
All right, and you've been watching a classic from the early millennia.
Yeah, Isabel put me on a show starring my dude from Gotham, Commissioner Gordon from Gotham, the OC.
So awkward. It wasn't that great.
That show?
It's not that good.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, I watched it when
I really like it. It
was
might be
broadcasted.
one of the best shows I've ever seen.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
My God.
I was telling Isabel the other day that there's like 16 different plot lines, and I cared about every single one of them. Some are really creepy.
Gosh.
This girl is like making out with like a 16-year-old boy. Like there's some weird stuff that I guess I don't know what was going on in the 2000s. There's some weird.
That wasn't that long ago, but anyway.
There's some weird stuff going on.
That's not the greatest show of all time.
They're trying to just blow past. Like, you couldn't get away with that stuff now.
You can't get away with saying that's your favorite show of all time. That's awful.
I said it's one of the best. I didn't say it's my favorite.
Okay.
It is really good, though.
Okay. We're bouncing all over the place, but that's good. We did go see a movie together. The debacle called Venom 3.
Venom.
Even you were like, Dad, that was bad. You actually walked out saying, I don't think they had enough money to film it.
No, and now Andy Serkis has said that they hired him as a Knoll like 2 seconds before the movie came out.
It had the highest budget of all three.
But if that's crazy, Knoll is like one of the most important characters in Marvel history when it comes to this. Well, he's the main thing for the symbiotes. And he's like rumored to be the villain for Spider-Man 4, and they just freaking randomly threw it in the last second in Venom 3.
It was a mess. Boil it down. When I like Venom. I want to see Venom beating up the bad guys. That's it. But all you saw in the film was Venom running away from the bad guys. It was terrible.
What's the Maroon 5 song? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, God.
What?
Memories? Memories of
What?
the song at the end. Memories bring back. Memories
I don't even
bring
think I was
back,
awake at the
yo.
end. That film was horrible.
That was sad though when he's walking and he's in New York finally and he doesn't have the Eddie or Venom anymore. And
Yeah.
he goes to see the Statue of Liberty. I was shedding some tears.
Oh my god, I was shedding some tears that it was so bad.
It was pretty bad.
Like very disappointing.
A lot
And
of cool symbiotes cameos though from the comics. That was really cool.
yeah, it had moments, and I really like.
No Spider-Man. They went through 3 movies. No Spider-Man or White Symbol on Venom.
No, well,
kinda
they're
crazy to
saving
figure
it,
out.
dude. They're saving it.
I get it. It's weird. I'm so happy we haven't seen Craven yet. Craven is out now.
I'm looking forward to Craven. I'm looking
have you
forward
seen
to
the
Craven.
reviews?
I think it started with an 8 on Rotten Tomatoes, didn't
It's
it?
awful. People are saying it's the worst out of all of them.
Yeah, Sony didn't even release it.
But now they have announced. Everybody, Isabel, round of applause.
Isabel,
they
be
have
careful. What are
announced-
you clapping for?
They are no longer doing any of those movies. Sony has said they are done making those movies.
Yeah.
Thank God. But I've learned something.
What?
That in order they have to be in a development of a Spider-Man movie every year in order to maintain the rights. So they're just making these cheap movies so quickly.
They're
just
watering down Spider-Man and his legacy.
yes, nobody.
But I actually think Craven looks good.
But Craven would have been such a cool villain to have with Spider-Man. Now we're wasting that opportunity.
Yeah, because if he's a villain in a standalone film, Marvel can't use him.
And now Ryan Coogler just came out and said that he wanted to have Craven in Black Panther 1.
Wow.
Apparently Craven was going to kill some Wakandians.
Oh, wow.
And Black Panther was going to go after him, which it probably would have been a weird choice in Black Panther.
Yeah,
But it would have been cool.
I don't know. Yeah, Sony needs to let Marvel handle Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
I agree. It's sad. We never had a good with proper Spider-Man villains. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess we did. We had Mysterio and we had Vulture, but no more tech stuff either. Vulture was a tech guy and Mysterio was a tech guy.
Yeah.
No more tech stuff.
Well, your whole thing is you want to see a street-level Spider-Man film.
Oh, yeah.
I.
I want the Kingpin. Spider-Man 4 should be a Daredevil. It should just be called Daredevil and Spider-Man.
Yep,
Or Spider-Man and
totally
Daredevil
agree.
versus Kingpin. And that would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
Or
But
it doesn't, if you don't want to throw Daredevil's name in there for the mass audience,
why?
you could do Spider-Man 4, something with the subtitle could be Hell's Kitchen or something.
Oh, I love it. I would. Yeah, but that's not going to happen, man.
No, it's a shame. And you could even do the black. If you wanted to do that route, you could do the black suit in that movie, and have Daredevil be the one that's kind of you got to stop whatever you got to do.
Yeah, but that black suit is going to show up in
well, it's going to be around now.
was it Secret Wars and maybe Doomsday
Yes, which we got to talk about now. Captain America
is coming back.
But
Chris Evans.
I think it will be as Captain Hydra.
Okay.
So this is my theory. Doomsday is going to be the original 6 Avengers, but the bad guy versions of them.
Wow.
Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, Chris Evans as Captain Hydra, and you bring back Chris Hemsworth as a bad Thor, bring back Black Widow as a bad Black Widow.
Oh, she's okay.
Hulk, you could bring there's
Red
hundreds
Hulk?
No, not Red Hulk. You do Mark Ruffalo, you could do Maestro, which is it's an evil version of Hulk.
And then
Anyways.
Scarlet Witch is
Well,
already bad.
she's not the original 6.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's original 6 because that's a cool way to have them all back.
yeah,
Without ruining their episodes. In my opinion, I feel like that does not touch what they did as our heroes.
okay. Well, that's
But think about the scenarios. Think about Bucky and Cap seeing a bad Steve Rogers trying to kill him.
yeah.
They're gonna be like, wait a minute.
And Dr. Doom will be the
Spider-Man.
He will be the whole puppet master of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
And if he finds out, wait a minute, on their Earth they had these heroes, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get the bad versions of them to mess with them.
So how do you think we're going to lead up to that? Because there was such a great lead up.
I know, it kind of sucks.
Like, is it just going to happen? Like,
Well, Fantastic Four.
we'll lead up to it.
We'll probably see Robert Downey Jr. in Fantastic Four, I'd imagine.
Okay.
I hope so, at least. I hope. You can't, like, I don't know.
Well, it'll be fun talking about it leading up to it. It's May 2026.
Yeah.
So a year and a half. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, they got to start filming.
Yeah, I think they're going to start in March.
Yeah, movies are made so quick now.
Yeah.
Where versus Superman was filming like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, they were filming a little bit of Superman, actually. I was there when they were filming Superman.
Yeah?
I forgot about that.
So, all right. Well, it's great to be back. So I know I always do like to, Adam calls this a geeky podcast. I call it a pop culture podcast. So I like to throw a little bit of music in there. So, couple things. So, you know what? Tough year. We talked about that. But something that was really cool to me this year is, we got new music from Motley Crue. We got new music from Bon Jovi. And we got new music from Linkin Park, brand new singer. And their new album, From Zero, is, Adam, there's very few albums that rock from beginning to end. I mean, a lot of albums have fillers on them. I know you haven't listened to it all the way yet. From Zero, classic Linkin Park, an amazing album all the way through. So if you guys haven't checked it out, please. It's number 1 in every country in the world, number 2 in the U.S. because rock is relevant everywhere else. Rock is not as relevant in the U.S., but number 1 album all over the world. So talk a little bit about some concerts. We just went to a concert.
Creed.
And
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking
yeah.
maybe 6 feet is so far down.
And that was a delay.
Hold me now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, by the way, he does this all the time. That was a delay.
With arms wide open.
I was going to have a touching moment that song was around when Adam, was in his mom's belly, and I listened to it all the time. So I got to listen to it live with my son, but he just ruined that crap. So I had such a good time at the Creed concert. We were delayed 1 week filming this episode because I had lost my voice. It was that great of a concert. It was awesome.
To the place where blind men sing.
Okay, my gosh.
Can you take me higher?
So you enjoyed it. Show. What about the opening band, Three Doors Down?
Yeah, they're great.
They're great. You've seen them a few times, huh?
Yeah, they're great every time. They are very good. I thought they were a little. I don't know how to say this. I thought they were a little political.
A little bit. But that's the world we live in today.
It's the world we live in. But back when we saw them, they were not like that. So
no, they weren't. You're right.
Common themes there, I think.
We're going to Rockville on Saturday, May 17th, your birthday. We're going to go see Linkin Park. And cool thing about Linkin Park was I was supposed to take Adam when he was a kid. I had to travel for work. We didn't make the show. To make up for it, I bought him tickets a few years later. And 2 weeks before that show, rest in peace, Chester passed away, their lead singer. So we never watched Linkin Park live. And so Rockville is in Daytona Beach. It's a 4-day rock festival. Wish we could go to all 4 days.
It's a stacked cast this year.
Shinedown.
Green Day.
Daughtry. Of course, Linkin Park. I mean, it's stacked. But we're going to go one day. We're going to go see Linkin Park. Excited to do that. Also, Rockville has not been announced yet. Rockville is a great concert series or festival here in Orlando.
No, Earth Day Birthday.
Oh, sorry. Earth Day Birthday. Usually around April. We go with some buddies of ours. We went last year. Didn't quite make it to the finale. A lot of beer and hot weather.
We ended up in Tony's. By the way, check out Tony's if you're in Winter Garden.
Yeah, Tony's Liquor. It's a liquor store / dive bar. It's fantastic. We had a great night, but
I don't even think it's that divey of a dive bar.
It's pretty divey, but anyway, it's a great bar. It's our favorite bar. But But this year we're going to go to Earth Day Birthday later. I don't know who the headliner is, but I have a prediction. Since Shinedown is playing at Rockville, they typically try to do Earth Day Birthday once every few years because they got their start at Earth Day Birthday. I'm calling it Shinedown will be at Earth Day Birthday this year.
I hope so. I love Shinedown.
Yeah.
We never got to see them at Earth Day Birthday.
No, we left early. Wow, we leave that concert.
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
We've never seen a closing act at Earth Day Birthday.
Okay, that's embarrassing. That's really bad. Well, this year we're gonna see it. We're gonna start at Tony's. Then,
If anybody from Earth Day Birthday is watching, and you have political poll at Earth Day Birthday, bring back the crazy stuff.
yeah,
Bring back the camel rides, the wrestling.
the stripper dunking,
Don't bring back the body paint.
the body paint.
Don't bring back the body paint.
Bring back
please.
the body paint.
Don't bring back.
Oh, the body paint is awesome. It's fun. I mean, when we went
You
a few
sound
years
so
ago with a
weird
good
right now.
friend of ours, it was just a fun freak festival. The people watching was amazing. I don't even remember the bands. I think we did watch Judas Priest, right?
Yeah, we did watch Judas Priest. Yeah, you're right.
And
But
but
Chris Jericho's band. What is it?
Fozzy. Yeah. No, we had a great time, but bring back the freak show, right? Bring back the carnival. So, all right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching our show.
Thanks for all the nice words.
Yeah, man. A lot of really nice
we-
words.
I mean, it's crazy to think about because I don't know why anybody would ever listen to us talk, but I think it is crazy that the amount of people we haven't seen in years, come up and say that they've watched the podcast.
I have people come up like that don't even follow me.
I think you're kind of a celebrity now.
Kind of a big deal. Just kidding. Well, not really, but no.
You're not a big deal till you hit 50.
Okay. No,
I mean old.
Okay.
It's so crazy.
I'm not old. I'm still the young parent.
No,
right?
you're not.
You're
not.
You're
You can't
getting
tell
older.
somebody that your parent is 50.
You can when you're 23. You're not a teenager, Adam.
I get it, but it doesn't work anymore. You're 50. You're 50.
It is just a number.
Dude, if 50 is crazy.
Hugh Jackman is 56. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway.
He's a multi-billionaire that has like probably chefs and all this sort of stuff and probably does, work.
I work.
No.
I have a job.
Work cosmetically.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think he's amazing.
He is amazing. I'm not saying that, but he's
By the
also
way,
50.
I also think Hugh Jackman deserves an Oscar nomination and an Oscar win for playing Wolverine. I know. It's not going to happen.
Hey, bub.
He deserves it. Hugh, you deserve an Oscar.
Yeah, Hugh, if you're listening, you deserve an Oscar.
You never know. You never know.
I know.
You never know.
I do.
You never know. Anyway. All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for dialing in. We'll talk to you later.